Hi, Chris. Hanson, just starting up here. And we'll go that button. That button. Ah! That's cool. Okay, so we got this thing. 26 tons, and we're going from, well, here to there. We were at midway of a trip. Not midway. We started up. If you were with me, I can't remember. Were you with me last night? I started up, well, I had to go here to pick it up, and I had to stop part way because I was at, I think I was at 46 minutes to get to it, and it was going to time out in 36 minutes. So I did the 0 and arrows and flew there and got it. But it was an interesting trip back. And I'm now heading down to here, to Tampere. And then from Tampere, this is ProMods, right? So from Tampere, I want to head down to here, the Baltic states. It's all news to it, right? I'm good. What did I have? What do you mean, what did I have? What did I have as in, what did I have for supper? What did I have for a sickness? I suspect that's what you mean. I'm feeling better. I don't know. I think I may have just a bit of flu or something. I don't know, really. I don't know. I'm either feeling better or I'm just gonna ignore it. So not too bad. Thank you for asking. It helped that today was I think it was 19. Thank you, guys. I think today was 19 centigrade out there. Just pretty nice when you've had excuse me, sub-zero and snow. So I went out in the back. There's some sheets of my girlfriend and I have been working on a perennial garden in the back where I'm renting, and against the garage, the landlord, he put a new roof on, a steel roof, and he had a bunch of long sheets of steel that are like 18 inches wide or whatever, and he leaned them up against the garage, and unfortunately covered up a bunch of my our flower garden. So I went out today and moved the base of them so they're not so slumped, so more of the garden is exposed. So yeah, I am feeling better, thank you. And sorry, even if I don't know, if I'm feeling a little tired and woozy, it was just nice to get out into the fresh air, get some exercise, and poke around the garden, go to the grocery store, go for a walk in the neighborhood. So very nice. I also read today, I finished a book by Stephen King. I don't know if you're any Stephen King fans out there. I finished Lizzie's story by Stephen King. It's a few years old. Baltimore. 18.5. Yeah, it's well, let me look. It was 13 today, and I'm pretty sure it's definitely less. It's less than 13 now. Oh, actually, that was the forecast. I think it went up to 18 or 19 centigrade today. So let's see what today is. Let me spell Ottawa correctly. Oh, God. Yeah, there we go. 8. Yeah, it's going down to next few days. It might go down to 1. So I was going to buy some plants. Hanging plants? Maybe I will tomorrow. I want to put some hanging plants out back. I want to put out my... I've got a bench from my house ages ago that I want to reassemble and oil and put out there. And yeah, I want to get hardcore on this little back area where I'm renting, and hopefully I can then challenge. Then the I have two landlords. Alex lives downstairs and Lise lives upstairs. She's moved out because they're doing renovations, but Alex is downstairs. He's not much of a gardener, but his girlfriend's living with him, and Rachel is a gardener, so I gotta work on Rachel. I'm pretty sure if she sees my bench out there and some hanging plants and stuff, she's gonna go all gaga and want to develop this backyard as a nice place to sit, not just a parking area. So this is my strategy, okay? So, Chris, how are you? How you been? How you doing? Are you getting out and enjoying the weather in Baltimore? I mean, shit, it's 18 now. I mean, we had 18 today in the middle of the day with the sun out. We got really excited, but you got 18 now, so I'm assuming it was even more today. Let's do the roof. Let's do the roof rack again. That's better. Anybody coming through? Nope, we're good. I was looking at the SES had a Twitch stream where they talked about the hello folks, twins. They talked about the there's a new kind of excuse me, they're sponsoring a product which is the next generation head tracking. It's an eye tracking. So we had a head tracking where there's like a little thing you put on your cap or something and you moved your head that went woo woo like this. Well, now there's a little thing that mounts below your screen and it actually tracks, even with glasses, tracks your pupil to see which way you're looking. So oh, you saw Avengers Endgame. Good. Well, I'm glad you're surviving. I mean, you know, life goes on, Hanson. I think you should get into writing, because I'm a writer, and I find writing very therapeutic, but that's just my opinion. I read an awesome book over the last couple of days, Lizzie's story by Stephen King. Lissey, L-I-S-E-Y. My God, what a great blend of fantasy, fiction, and what's happening next, present, past, future. So you saw Avengers Endgame, and I assume people have been complaining about the spoilers ruining the game for them because somebody told them how it ended, but I assume that the fact that even though you knew Endgame, how it ended, you still liked it as a movie, right? And that's the sign of a good book or movie. Like this Stephen King book, I could see partway through, I could see where some things were going. I could see, I bet you we're going to do this, or make sure she did that, which is fine, because the whole point of books and life is the journey, not the destination. So, okay, she's going to do this. How are we going to get there over the next 4 chapters? That was the cool part. So we finally got to he or she doing something in the book, and yeah, okay. I knew we were getting here, but cool the way we got here. Oh, that's what I want to do as a writer. Oh. Kelly got evicted and they have to move. So, so is that better for you, Chris? That Kelly and that ass, and that, and you possibly are not surprised that they got evicted. Is that going to be better for you that they're evicted and out of there? Sort of the out of sight, out of mind. I'm hoping, for your sake. And yes, I'm glad you loved it. Yeah, yeah. I may reread this book again. Back up this map a bit. Back up this much. No, not that much. That much is good. So gas is good, and we're charging through Norway, I guess. Having just a grand old time. Good. Well, good. You probably then, Chris, you probably should buy a copy of the movie. Oops. Where did that happen? Jesus. I was just thinking, I wonder if the speed limit changes and the speed limits just drop. Now, I probably should have anticipated. As soon as you get near a town, it's like, oh, let's drop the limits. But, you know, I've got $2,680,000. So, I had more before I got a ticket. Maybe it was 681,000. Anybody coming? Nobody coming. Oops. Sorry, I was trying to hit the camera button and steer at the same time. And whenever I take a picture, the gosh darn shifter goes to neutral. Oh. Well, I know. Actually, I'm watching, Chris, I'm rewatching. Watched it years ago. I'm rewatching Grey's Anatomy. And the star, the woman star, whatever she does, Meredith, has broken up with McDreamy. They call him McDreamy. That's Derek, I guess. And she still wants Derek back in her life, but she can't. So it's interesting if you watch you know, it's interesting to watch in the series Grey's Anatomy that how she and he are dealing with the fact that yes, they still. But he's married, you know, and he's committed to his wife and stuff, and she's. So it's interesting how they're dealing with the fact that, in their own way, for two particular characters in a written story, which may not have any relation to anybody's real life, how they're dealing with not being able to move on. See, when I got divorced, I don't know, 32 years ago, I had to count. So, when I got divorced 32 years ago, it was my choice. And for a number of years, my wife wanted to get together and thought we could get together. And I guess it further complicated the fact that we were still co-parenting and sharing kids back and forth 1 week here, 1 week there. But it was like, no, we can be co-parents, we can be friends, but we're not going to be married. Took her a while to get comfortable with that, and eventually, she remarried. And I think once she did that, she was able to move on. Now, before she remarried, we would still, partially because we were co-parenting, we would get together for birthdays and Christmas and, you know, other festivities, often at her place. And even after she got remarried, but now, I mean, now we get together at my son's place for my grandson's birthday. And she's there, and her husband is there. Well, John, her husband is really a nice guy, especially since John often brings a cooler with bottles of beer in it. So John and I will share a beer. My wife and I never were really able to have really interesting conversations, but her new husband and I do. So I quite enjoy getting together with them as long as John's there, and as long as he's bought some beer. So it's funny how these dynamics change. So maybe, you know, I don't know. Maybe when you, not that you have to right now, but maybe when you eventually move on to somebody else, it'll get easier. Whenever that happens. Doesn't have to happen right away, you know, whatever happens or doesn't happen. I was remembering a line from the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai and the Eighth Dimension, which is a sci-fi cult classic. He quotes a line to this woman in a bar who was all depressed and stuff, and says, you know, wherever you go, there you are. Possibly a Confucius line, but it's kind of cool. Oh, I know, you never wanted to happen. We never expect the Spanish Inquisition. And I guess that's what hurts when this sort of thing happens. I'm sure it really hurt my ex. My ex was old-fashioned farm girl from up the valley here in Ottawa, and she'd been conditioned from her mother that this marriage is from death do you part. This is it. She never expected me to question the marriage, to question her dedication to it, or to question her change in personality. She became basically a much more controlling person that I didn't like. So she never expected this to happen. So, oh, good. I'm glad you like that movie. It's a cool movie. It's one of those movies that you can. No, I'm glad you like that, Chris. It's one of those, you know, Buckaroo, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai and the Eighth Dimension is one of those movies that you can watch with people. It's sort of a dichotomy. You watch it with people and either they think it's hysterical or they don't even make it through. They're like, what the fuck? This is stupid. So. But yeah, that's the scene with Penny Pretty in the bar. When she's all upset and her makeup is running down. And he tells her, Penny, remember, no matter where you are, or no matter where you go, there you are. And then he sings that soppy little song to her. And she tries to kill herself. And the waiter pushes her elbow. And the gun goes up in the sky and, or the ceiling, and shoots up into the ceiling. It's just like... you have to wonder at the mind that can write and develop and direct that kind of movie. Like, these are good people. These are It's the kind of person I want to be. I mean, I write quirky, weird stories, but I'd like at some point it'd be nice to be direct quirky, weird movies. I like to write stuff or direct things. I'd like to direct things where people finish and they're like, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. So it seems to be 2:01 in the morning. The nice thing about this map is when you're up in... Where are we? Fairly far north in Norway. When we were in... when we were up here, in this area, excuse me, the sun barely set at midnight. It got down to the horizon, and then that was it. So, land of the midnight sun. So as we go farther south, the days are getting slightly shorter, but still, it's 2:01 in the morning. It's still bright. So yeah, we're going to drive down to here, and then we're going to get something from here. And I've got something from... Whoops. I'm going to get something from here that goes down to... Well, I actually want to get down to here. This is on the map. This is new. So, nice trees on the ProMods map. I haven't done a lot of the ETS map. I had done it before, and then I had to do a new profile. So, even though a lot of this map is... If you look at the map, a lot of it is non-yellow. As it not explored. This I've done. There's probably chunks of it that used to be explored, but now that I've loaded ProMods, it's overloaded. Overloaded? Loaded over things. So the roads are gray again. So today, Saturday. It's Saturday night. Oh, geez, just thinking about going to bed, and I'm starting to yawn. I haven't had a long sleep, you know, 6.5 hours the last few nights, but oh well. Need to get more. I'll do more tonight, and then get up, and I have to do some gardening. There were some steel sheets from roof work that were hiding part of the garden, and I shoved them back. The bottoms in the back a bit so they're not slumping so much. So I got several inches of garden exposed I'm going to drench it with water and liquid fertilizer. And I'm going to go out and buy some compost, bags of compost at the local, up at Loblaws, great Canadian superstore. They're really cheap. So I'm going to buy, I don't know, 3 or 4 bags of compost and spread it out. I got a bench too. I got a bench I could put up there. I can, it's wood and has to be oiled, but I have the oil, so I think what I'll do is I'll oil that bench and then take it outside, put it together, stick it along the garden there. Nope, not yet. It's panicking that I have to, like, no, not yet. You're good. Might be a good idea to turn here. Think? Yeah, well. Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta be careful. That's just this non-self-steering cargo that crunched itself up to a bunch of corners before, but now we're down into civilization. We have normal roads. This is what, 26 tons we can have. We want to look at the job market. We can have, yeah, 72 tons. So we can do biggies, big keys. A lot of more things bigger than 26, so we'll see what we get. We could pull it. We could pull more than 26. We probably pull 72, but we had problems with this in the snow in the north, but we're not in snow or in the north, so we're good, folks. And here we are, heading across some sort of little thing. I love the way they go back and forth. We'll do 80. We'll do an average of 80. So ETA is Monday 11:43, and we have to be there at Tuesday at 4:18. So we're good. Well, it's 3:43 in the morning. It's still bright, so I guess we're just going to drive right through till whatever. Once we get farther down south, we're going to start running out of daylight, so I'm going to have to tweak it to say, okay, we're going to rest for 5 or 6 hours till it's bright enough, because we like it to be bright out. So, speaking of relationships, I'm watching, like I said, I'm watching reruns of Grey's Anatomy. Definitely a movie about relationships, but it's interesting how they'll have a as a writer, it's interesting how they will have a theme. You know, isolation, heartbreak, narcissism, or whatever. They'll have sort of a... Jeez, what the hell are you doing there? Asshole. Did you see that? He stopped. Well, basically yielded to nobody. Sorry, what was I saying? Before I was so really interrupted by an asshole AI. So it's interesting the way they have themes in each show that are then supported by 4 or 5 story threads. Now sometimes it's a little... Sometimes it's not that subtle. It's like, yeah. We're talking about, you know, abandonment or whatever. Yeah, we get it. But I guess they got to think about their market. Sometimes their market, they're marketing to the, you know, U.S. public, which some of which love reality shows and believe in them, and some of which watch only documentaries. So they're trying to appeal to a wide common denominator. So sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's a little obvious, but. Okay, how come? Why not? It's kind of a sitcom. I don't find it a really deep show, but I find it entertaining enough that I can stay up till 2 o'clock watching reruns. It's kind of the fascination of watching a sitcom, I guess. But no, I just wondered why. Just wondering, just curious, no judgment as to why it's not your kind of show. Sit on the roof again here. When I don't sit on the roof. Actually, let me go to my options here. And turn my sound effects. Burp. So tomorrow I was planning on going out doing some exploring, but maybe tomorrow I get up, have my coffee, sit back, maybe do some blog posts, and then have a shower, and then I go to the grocery store and buy some compost, a couple of plants. And then come back. What? What the fuck was that? Oh. Well, people are somewhat concerned here that stuff has happened. Jeez. Chill out, folks. That was interesting. Somebody stopped there and everybody back here saying, "Oh! Run away, run away!" Wow. That was weird. But weird is entertaining. A lot of my flash fiction stories are weird, so. Do 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 do. Don't know where we're going, but we're going there. Well, except for these people up here. What the hell are you people doing? Have you considered actually moving? Oops. Okay, that didn't work very well, did it? Okay. That was probably passing because of the wine. Okay, so let's pass here. Apparently we're tippier than we thought we were. Okay. Wherever this was. It's not where I tipped, so... Ooh, big jet plane in the air. Coca-Cola. Rum and Coca-Cola. Okay. Wherever the hell it is we're going, that's where we're going. We're good here. We're good. We're good, Chris. We got this autosave. I don't know what the hell that was. Suddenly we're upside down. The next thing about starting is you respawn traffic. So if there was somebody slow in front of you, they're gone now. So right. Yeah, I think I remember this. Okay, right. And stuff that I don't remember. You know, I see these places, these exotic places, and I think it'd be nice to visit. And then I'm thinking, you know, I'm a writer. I could write anywhere. I could be in Finland, or China, or Ottawa, and write. So it's intriguing. Got a story that I was thinking of writing tonight. It's due in Australia at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning or 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I gotta think about it. I might look at it. I don't know. I might write it anyways, and just not maybe tomorrow, and just not submit it, because submitting gets me a $500 prize, but I'm not going to get the prize, so who cares? Does Canada have a lottery system for refugees? Sorry, I'm being silly here. For refugees or for winning money? They have things like Lotto Ontario. There's no shortage of lottery tickets to buy in a grocery store. Because it's tax money for the government, right? Although in Canada, if you win, if you win a lottery, you do not have to pay tax on the lottery. So if you win $1 million in a lottery here in Canada, you get $1 million. They don't owe any money to the IRS, which is good, really, in a way, because, yeah, yes, we do lotteries. So. You can win money in Canada and you don't have to pay tax. That's pretty cool. Okay, so it's 15 minutes there, and then let's see what happens when we get there. I perhaps need a... excuse me, I'm tired. I probably need a snack. Snacks wake me up, so... Okay, don't go away. I'll be right back here. I'll do that. Need a snack. There. Thank you for joining. Here we are. The bunk, and with ProMods driving down the highway in. I'll show you where we are. We're here. Sorry. We started off here, I think, did a little loop. Here, did a little up here, and then back down up here, and went from here all the way up to the island. Explored the island a lot, including the seed bank, which is a global seed bank, which you can apparently drive into. And we did. Because we could. So now I'm driving down to here, and I want to go down to, I guess, here in the Baltic, which is where they've done a lot. So I may or may not get there today, but thank you for joining, and feel free to, oops, sorry. No, let me do that whole damn thing again because I realized I didn't hit the right keys. Okay, so, my apologies. Here I am. So we started up here. And drove down here and then back over to here and then up here to the island. Explored the island and then came back to here and then did a traumatic trip into here to pick up a cargo and back out again. It's extremely twisty. You may notice from the map. And now we've got the same cargo and we're heading down here. We're going to end up, I guess, basically at Tampere and then back to down to the Baltic because it's ProMods. I haven't explored a lot of this ETS map anyways, but when you load ProMods, it tends to overload stuff that you maybe even explored before, right? So roads that were yellow because, hey, I've done that, are now gray. No. You did that, but then we changed some of the trees, so it doesn't count. So I'm looking forward to it. I drove maybe 4.5 hours last night. Had a lot of fun. It's 11:30. I could go for a while. I'm just gonna go until I start falling asleep and running into ditches, and people say, "Hey, Gramps, wake up." Okay. It was a nice day. I went out to one of my locals. Had some, had a cup of beer, talked to some people there, and then wandered around the neighborhood, and then went into another one that was closer to home. Publico, Vinny, it's like a block and a half. Chatted with Vinny, had a beer, and then Vinny said no, the beer was free. So I had printed out a couple of my flash fiction short stories ahead of time. So I gave Vinny a copy. I said, "Oh well, here, let me give you a story." So I gave him the which one did I give? I'll show you which one I gave Vinny. Let me do a link to my stories here. Fortunate habit. There you go. There's the story. So that's the one I gave Vinny. Like we had negotiated this, but he said, "Oh no, it's okay, Mike. Yeah, the beer's free. I got this." He's a nice guy. He's really a nice guy, and I'm like, "Let me give you a story." He's like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, here." So I had him. It was like 2 or 3 sheets folded up, printed out. I do it at. I do the font maybe. I do maybe 14 point because I'm giving to people in a bar, which is not really well lit, and they might be well lit, but the bar is not. So So all to say it's 3 pages, but it's less than, it's 1,000 words or less, so hopefully he likes it. Actually, if he likes it, he may tell me the next time I go in, Mike, that's cool, you have another one? Give you a beer for another one. Because even though I pay, you know, $5 for the beers, he doesn't. And because he's a part owner. And who knows? Or you may just like it and hopefully tell other people, because I've already got a reputation there sort of as the guy that sits in the corner drinking beer. There's a L-shaped bar. If you sit in the L, the short end of the L, you can, yeah, so you can see to your right, you can see there's a couple of tiny tables, but you can see to your right out the window. It's a nice view. And to your left, you can look down the bar, so you can see all the people in the bar. You can chat up the server. And you can't see the TV, but it's a sports bar, and I don't care really. So that's my spot. So you already said, oh yeah, this is Mike. He sits in the corner. He's a writer, so maybe I'll work up some. Is it panache? Panache? What's the word? What's the word? There's a word. I want to say it's panache, but not. Street cred. As the guy who sits in the corner and that's a writer. He's a nice guy. He might even put you in your story, and you might even be a nice version of the story. No. And we're slowing down. Why? Oh, because in the game, they periodically throw out annoying trucks. Oh, it's a tractor in front. And there's cars coming. Okay. Well, we'll see if people pass the tractor. Warning, if you're playing this game, when that, see that yellow transport up front? When it pulls out to pass the tractor, the other 2 cars behind it will brake check. Don't know why, but they will. Ooh, maybe we're going to... Maybe we're going to more lanes. Maybe we're going to think about it. No, we're not. We're just turning left. Okay. Okay, so I'll say when this yellow transport pulls out to pass, the bus will brake check. When and if it pulls out to pass. Jeez, what's your problem here, Manny? Hey man, pull out. Jeez, pull out, pull out, pull out, she said. I can see cars coming, so okay. Suppose it's permitted. Let's get like this to get a good angle. So after this corner, we have a bit of a run. If we get a bunch of cars, then it statistically means that we won't have a lot of cars after the corner. I'm hoping we get cars at the corner, because then, yes, like that. Because that means we're good. Truck, car, duck goose, duck duck goose. truck. And cars coming. We're not doing 80. Almost want to get up behind the tractor and push me into the ditch, you know. Do you notice me tromping on it as soon as I could? Hey, Southpaw Fox, how you doing? Where'd that tractor go? Sorry, I thought there was a tractor there, but my resolve is to get past these bastards. I am good. Whoa. Let's put a traffic light right in the middle of the 100km/h that I'm doing. Sleepy. Well, I didn't get good sleep the last few nights. Possibly because I went to bed late and then couldn't get up late. I mean, I wanted to get up. When it's nice like this, then it's bright out, and it gets at 8 o'clock. It's like, well, oh, shut up. I'd like to get up, and the fact that you went to bed at 2, well, it's hard to roll over and go back to sleep till 10. So, I hear you, man. So as I mentioned before, I indirectly sold a story tonight. I was at my local. Vinny, one of the co-owners, was on. And I had 1 pint, which would be like $7 or $5 or whatever, depending on, I think it was after happy hour, but still. Happy hour, like, it's not a pint, it's a sleeve, which is 16, not 20 ounces, but anyways, had a beer. And I went to pay, and Vinny said, no, that's good. I got that. I got this. It's okay. So I printed out a few of my flash fiction, less than 1,000-word stories. I had a few with me, so I said, okay, I'll give you a story. So I gave him a story. It's the one that's in the link there. An unfortunate habit. It's a good story. A friend read it and said, well, I'm sorry, I have to look and see what she said, because it was good what she said. It was oh my God, what a scary story. Now I will have nightmares. Okay? That's a compliment to a writer, because that was my intent. My intent was to make it a scary story. So good. What's happening here? Vincent Price laugh. I know. Yeah. Vincent Price. I liked Vincent Price. He had that when you saw him in interviews and stuff. He looked like that, you know. He had that teasing look with him, right? You know, the teasing look about him. That as a person, he had that smart and devilish type thing. Sort of like, Vincent, you're a devilish little bugger in your movies. And he would go, ha 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 ha, I know I am, isn't it fun? So I think that's my attitude for my writing. When my writing turns out to have a devilish twist and a bit unsettling for people, yes, that's good. I'm not writing Harlequin romances unless there's perhaps blood and sharp knives involved. I like a twist. It's only 80 here. Okay, well, let's just set it to let's set it to 80. Well, 75 then, okay. And here we are. We've got this excavator thingy. Got this cool truck with the mastodons, my Scania. Inside, it's me and Mel. Oops. And we are going, it's a 26-ton excavator, and we're going from, oh, for fuck's sake, I don't want the radio, I want this. Sorry for any 8-year-olds who are watching this. I'm going from up here, oh, such a twisty, nasty little road it was, down to here, and then I'm going to pick another cargo that hopefully goes down to, I want to get the Baltics. But in the meantime, well, I possibly need more wine, so don't go away. Ravens View, just a sec. I'll be back. I'll tell you that in a sec. Good question. So that's where I came from. So my initial, a lot of my online things in the early years were Raven's this, Raven's this. I was always intrigued by the Raven as a trickster. In my older days, my younger days, I had very dark, almost black hair, somewhat Raven looking, and I loved the Raven as a mythological feature character. Oops, running out of gas. That was a trickster. Well, that was kind of a trickster. So I was Raven or Ravens, and then it became Raven's View. There you go. I guess I'll get gas when I get there. I have to go another 81k, and I have gas for 400k. So I think I'll make it. Still. So that's where I came from. Interesting, if you Google, if you're in Ontario and you Google Ravensview, the biggest hit you get is the Ravensview sewage treatment plant near Kingston, Ontario. But the more I use my site, the more people hit my site, the less likely they are going to get the sewage treatment plant. But oh well. Oh look, gas. Sure. Yeah, we're down to 1/6 of a tank, so. Oops. Damn, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. This button. So, we're pretty close. Pretty close to the edge. So tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow is supposed to be a nice day. I'm gonna get out there and go, oops, sorry. There we go. Ah! Tomorrow's gonna be a nice day, and get out there and, I just changed it back, thanks, Southpaw. Good day for gardening, so I think what I'll do is, like I said, I'm gonna get some, do watering with, fertilizer added to the water right along the edge where I uncovered the several inches worth of perennials that were covered by the steel sheet. And I'll go to the Loblaws Great Canadian Superstore, whatever the hell you call the chain, and get several bags of compost and spread them out. And probably a couple of you know, I was going to get a couple of hanging plants and ask the landlord if he had any hangers. I think what I'm better to do is just get a couple of hanging plants, buy hangers, and then just stick them up there. So when he comes back, he's like, "Oh, Mike's put up plants." trying to think where to put them up. I got a spot towards the past my neighbor's garage. I want to put them where I can see them when I go back. When I, you know. That's weird. So I think what I'll do is I'll put them up. Yeah, there's a couple places I can put them where I can see them. Yeah, you can see them both. One is like sort of over the garbage cans. Yeah, and one's at the back. Yeah, just thinking to myself, yeah, they're both good spots. They'll have good visibility. They're not, it's not where in the wintertime you're gonna whack your head on the post or something, so. Yeah, I'll put them high enough so. Good point. I'll put them high enough so that the hanging plants, you can appreciate the beauty of the hanging plants, but not so low that you'll whack your head, possibly in the wintertime, on the bracket that's sticking out. Thank you. I mean, we could have waited patiently, but still, thank you. Why don't I go here? I don't know. Why don't you? Why don't you take it to Bring? What the hell's Bring? Bring your car. Go to Bring. Yeah, let's bring it to here. Sure. Did I just whack that cargo? Okay, let's just skip parking then, okay? Good work, because I damaged it. Whacking it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, because I gotta have this cargo sticking out. How am I supposed to get there when you got your bloody trailer sitting there? Arsehole. Okay. So, what do we got from here now? From wherever the hell we are. From here to there. So we want to get as... What's the time? Yeah, 11:55. So we gotta get here to down here. So, cargo. No, let's do... length increasing. So... Ah, that's the longest. 11 tons to Poland. And what do we got before that? 7 tons, 15 tons. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't like any of those, and I'm going to, I think, do this option. Where I go like this. Change the time of 5:30 in the morning. And then look at the cargoes again. Just being picky. So, what do we got that goes way down? Way... Oh, we're doing Great Britain. So we get 28 tons. Yeah, see, that's decent. 28 tons going to Poland. Latvia. No, that's what we want. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me change my... Let me change my things here. Let's go like this. Okay, now let's look at the workshop. Do we have more? I'm not sure whether that really makes any difference. Like I've played with it, but Poland. No, I don't think it really changes things. This is still cool. This is 28 tons down to Poland. You know, we like heavy stuff. What do we got here that's heavier? 35 tons. Yeah, okay, let's do another weight. What the hell? Okay. What the hell's all this time? Okay. I mean, we've waited another day and we'll see if it makes any difference. Possibly doesn't. So cargo weight is... No, we still want route length because we want to stop with little ones. And then we want to go down the very farthest. And we have two island Hungary. Oh, we got 10 tons. Concrete piles to yeah, so what do we got? The best things we got is big tires. Really? That's it? 12 tires going to Poland. Let's do one more and see if we get anything that's nice and heavy, because we like heavy loads. 15, 12, 1530, or sorry, 1730, and we wait for it to go to click. Clickety click, barber trick. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay, one more check here. And then we'll just take something, because we want to go down to that area. Cargo weight. Ah, same 23, or route length. Let's look at route length. Route length, increasing route length. Starting with little short things. Long things are going to... What the hell is that? Cyprus, really? I didn't even know I could go to Cyprus. Well, that's cool. We get there? This one. 5 tons all the way to Cyprus. Huh. What the hell? Let's do it. Nice. I don't know. I like this. Let's save this. We'll call it Cyprus. Because I pretty well like that one. It's only 5 tons, but oh well, life goes on. Let's wait for it goes to 531. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. 530. Okay. What do we got? And we got route length. Oops, sorry, from here. Length, the biggest route length is to here. 20 tons to Cyprus. Well, that's better. That's better than the 5-ton thing. That was kind of pathetic. Sure. Is that where Cyprus is? I guess. Okay. So, we've got what? 76 hours? And it expires in 24 hours, so... Yep. Here we go. Oh, I think it's even here. Right? Because I'm not seeing any... lower pressure, yeah. Okay, is your air pressure going up? Maybe. What's our air pressure? Oh yeah, look up there. Okay, so earn money for your company by using your own happy trailer. So, where's the thing going to Cyprus? Damn you. That's annoying. Okay, try this again. Okay, let's look again. That was stupid. So Tampere to Cyprus. Set as GPS from Vilo or whatever. Oh yeah, okay, so it's up the road. An hour away. Good. A little annoying. Assume nobody's coming. We'll get there. We'll get there. ETA 642. Yeah, we can do better than that. Oh, we're kind of slobbery all over the road there. Up here. Around here. Up here. Okay. Bus stops. 6:05 in the morning. Get in the shrubbery. Stuff like that. We're good. Oops. Missed my turn here. Alright, I was reading your... It's all your fault? I was reading your post and not paying attention. Running 770k bobtail. I bounced off a carburetor to keep from flipping. Is that good or bad? What? Oh, for God's sake. Well, fuck you then. I'll just go through. Whoa, lots of cars there. Okay, we're getting there. Pick up our cargo and go way down. Oh, 61. Sorry, my bad. I want to see how fast you could go. I know. I was on the Brazil map. Going up a switchback. And I wanted to see how many, if I took went up, dropped my trailer, went upstream and took a run at it, how many terrace levels of the switchback I could jump or crash down. So hey, it's all fun. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. Interesting, whatever the hell this is. I don't know. What's it got? Got this. It's got this thing. Goes to Cyprus. Okay. So let's see if we can configure it. Hey, we can do ProMods. Curtain cider. Could probably do a... Yeah, we could do one of those. Dry freighter. Yeah, I like that. I like that AC trucker loads. Okay. Teach up. I don't want to do a double. I could do a B double. I don't want to do B double. There you go. T for the Tillerman, and we're done. Okay. That's not bad. It's just a basic trailer. What was it? 20 tons or something? Or yeah, 20 tons. Mystery packaging, I think it said. Well, multi, but that was the time. Oh shit, it's 12:13. I should be going to bed. So let me drive till, I don't know, 12:30. How long have I been on? I've been on for hour and 42. So yeah, going to 12:30, it'll be possibly 2 hours. Not a 4-hour thing, but My local time is, oh, that's interesting, Sunday. I'll have to fix that, because that is not my local time. Let me look here at my, command thingy. My local time is dollar time. Because the local time is wrong. What if we change that? Stats. Well, it probably is a parameter that can change, but damn do I know what it is. Okay. So my local time is not 014, it's, oh, I'm sorry. It is 014. 1214 is 014. Okay. Take it back. Take it all back, and let's write it up as driver error. So, but yes, all the same, we can go to 1230 and then I'll fade away. That's interesting. There's an awful lot of traffic there, eh? Thank you. You just sort of pull out. And they say, oh, were you pulling out? Yes, I was. Were you going to let me out ever? Not if you just sat there and smiled at me. Exactly. What are we doing here? Oh, there's a light. It's a T-junction. Why would we be slow? Oh, people turning left, but still, it's a light. It's a T-junction with a light, so... Suck it up, Buttercup, and turn. Yeah. We'll go to 12:30. We'll look at a bit of Grey's Anatomy or something, and then go to bed. I was just thinking, so don't pause, like you did, to go through the intersection. Yeah, the AI often does that. Oh, why are you slowing? What's your problem? The speed limit is 50, not 26. Yeah, well, you brake checked, you idiot. Go back a bit more. To there, okay. Okay, you have to give these guys space to go forward and back before they think about it. Thank you. Anyways, I want to quit soon and pull over, and we're gonna I need to find a nice place to pull over on the map. Such as I don't know, anywhere, random anywhere. You can just pull off anywhere. Oh, maybe here, whatever the hell that is. Green light, nothing happening. People thinking, is it green? If it was a red light, people would be like, "Ooh, whoa, go for it, beat it." Green light's like, I don't know. So what do we got to go through? The car, bus, car, and the buses are deathly slow. Car, bus, car. Probably could have made it. Just too busy watching everybody else to watching myself. Wait longer before stopping. If you're gonna find anyway, make it worthwhile. No, that's what I did. I got fined, so I just went through the light anyways. Good point. I don't know. I'm losing my attention span here. Sorry, losing my attention span and focusing. I'm definitely not going to make it for the next next checkout. Exactly. If they brake check, they get what they deserve. I have no problem if somebody brake checks of hitting them, and then when they stop, I often will gently push them into the ditch. I don't get any fines, I don't get any tickets, and it doesn't really matter to them because they're AI. But it gives me this childish sense of accomplishment to actually, you know, you cut in front of me and brake check me, and I had to hit you, and so I'm not going to have to lose time, call my insurance company, call my supplier, and all this. I'm going to through all sort of crap. So in the meantime, you deserve to suffer by me pushing you into the ditch. A deep ditch. Hopefully with water in the bottom, so that you will not only have to call a tow truck, but maybe your electrical system is shot. And feel free to say that it's not fair. That really makes me happy when that happens. I need a place to stop, but I think we said we could stop at that next town. Coming over. Just missed him. Okay, what the hell? Whoop. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Are we? Gonna look at the time. What time is it, somebody? Okay, yeah, it's after 12. It's after 12. Oh yeah, there was a thing up here I thought, which is like a layaway. We'll see what it looks like. Well, I keep drifting from lane to lane too. Yeah, it feels better to me anyways. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Welcome to my stream. South Paul, South Price, straight into stats. Blah blah. Next time. Find the break check. Deserve. Chris, yes, I'm good. I was napping a bit. It's actually it's 12:43. I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start this up again. And I've got I've got a chunk to go still. Well, thank you for the host anyways. It's what? It's 12. I was tired. Enough to pause here. Perhaps we'll do a well, what time is it? 37. We've got 75 hours to go. So let's find a place to wander off that we can thank you for the host, Chris. We can wander off and stop. Till now, I guess. Yeah, let's go in here and pretend that we're stopping. I'll get back up the highway. Oh, what the hell was that? That was weird. I was not going weird or wide, but I went weird, obviously. I guess good. So let's I'll stop here. There. Okay, so let's rest. Thank you all. It's been late, I'm tired, and I'll be on tomorrow again. So where are we now? We are in come on now. Yeah, we're here. We're going down to across some way down. Down to Cyprus. Okay, so not now. No, right now we're going to bed. Oh, I might have dozed off there and slept on your buggers. Anyways, going now. Thanks for the host, Chris. Night all. Night all. Thanks very much for following and viewing. It's late. It's after. Well, yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm tired, so I'm going. So Chris and others, whoever else is lurking there, night all. And we'll see you another day. So thanks for viewing. Thanks for following. Thanks for cheering me on. For subscribing with your Amazon Prime, whatever you're doing. So night all. Ta-ta.